Welcome back, fishing friends, to another adventure. Alright guys, this camera may be making some strange noise. It's because the engine on the gimbal, but we're launching an expedition to find where our family drainage tile comes out from our fields here in Iowa into a creek. So we're bushwhacking through the woods trying to find where this tile is. So we just got here. You can kind of see everything's overgrown. There's bugs everywhere. I've got the bug net on. So we're going to keep going on this little adventure. This documentation of our expedition is mainly for our family, but you're welcome to come along and watch. Hey, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate all the support. Usually I'm out fishing and making fishing videos, but today we're just gonna explore some of our family land. Tiles are put in to help drain the cornfields, and we're gonna try to find where the outlet is. We had to have it repaired last year to a nice hefty sum because we had a blowout. So we're gonna see how this adventure goes, and hopefully everything will go well. For my bushcraft buddies, look at this. Be a great place to set up a tent. By the way, I've got the Condor Mini Bush Lore neck knife on. I got my Pathfinder PKS Kephart knife on my waist, just in case we need to chop anything down to get through, because there's a lot of drop timber in here. But it's nice we have a bit of a trail here. It was a year ago that the repairs were done, so we've come to see that they've held firm. Look at all these wildflowers are starting to come up. Some oxeye daisies. So you've got some dead timber in here. We've got a lot of deer. 2019, the largest buck in Iowa was shot in here. And we're up here in northeast Iowa. So I've got my dad and my two nephews on the expedition. Alright, you can see where the old tile tube is, some of the excess tube and bad tube they had to take out. And they cleared the timber clear to that opening way back there is where the cornfield is. And the tile runs all the way through here. And there's chunks of old tile. And you can see the old tile, that's the old school tile. And then we keep going this way. There's more. And here's the outlet. Boy, this stuff is overgrown like you wouldn't believe. Yep. And we can hear the water. And there she is. Let me skip through this. So that's coming right out of the field. And here's the trench he made. So one day when this is my land, I'll even know where the tile outlet is for my nephews. They'll need to know. Back over there's the creek that leads into the pond. Luke, you already said stop. That's not polite, is it? Alright guys, so here's the woods. A pond I used to fish at when I was a kid is directly that way behind that other tree line. So now we're heading to the opening, and that's where our corn is. And this tile runs right under us, back to where I just showed you where the outlet is. And here in Iowa, with the water table and the loamy soil, you got to keep your fields drained with the tile, or else you're going to have some problems with your crop, whether it be soybeans, oats, corn, and so forth. But it's kind of interesting. I've pheasant hunted in here before, never deer hunted. But like I was saying, for the biggest buck in 2019 in Iowa was harvested out of here. And this is a perfect place for a doe to have her fawn, and we'd walk by the fawn and we'd never even know it. It's beautiful. All right, so here we go, we made it. Here's our neighbor's pasture. Way down there is where we were. And so we got the land coming through. And here's our corn. And the reason why the corn is grown here, it's the most fertile soil, not just in the country, in the world. And the corn is doing fine. Now this does cause some of the creeks and rivers where I fish up here to be real stained because of the runoff and the dark soil. Well, you talk about earthworms, man, this is just great soil. And so my grandparents' house was way over there. My uncle's house we used to live in, the church, and the cemetery where I'll be buried in is dead ahead. You probably can't see the buildings there. But look how beautiful our corn is. Beautiful. And so they planted this. You know, usually get it in at the end of May. I think we got it in a little bit at the start of June because of how wet everything was. But it's looking good. We got the cover here. All right. One last look. Mission accomplished. Look how beautiful that corn is. The expedition has already moved on. My dad and my two nephews, we'll catch up to them. They want to be YouTube stars. So they're quite curious about the camera, but little do they know the power of editing. I can take out the silliness. Woo, man, I'm huffing and puffing. Yeah, guys, sorry about the kind of the wheezing and buzzing sound that you get. It's the engine for this gimbal. I got this new Falcon Plus gimbal, and it gets great shots, as you can see. But man, oh man, whine and make a bunch of noise. But it's pretty cool. Even if it does buzz and whine. Alright. One more update as we head back closer to the vehicle. If we see anything cool, I'll be sure to record it. The other members of the expedition.
Yo, what's up? I'm Luke.
It's good. My name's Ray.
I'm Grandpa.
And we're wrapping up our expedition into Dilly's Pond, exploring the tile outlet. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this expedition. We're pretty much to the vehicle. This is a little public access area that people come in and hunt, and this part here, the public access area, isn't our land, but the tile runs through it because of easement laws. But look how tall this, what is it, switchgrass or what? Boy, it is thick. A lot of pollen. But it was fun to go out and do a little exploring with us to show the nephews about our land, you know, from generation to generation. So if you stuck around to watch the video, I appreciate that. If you're here for fishing and you didn't watch it, that's fine too. But I just wanted to have a little documentation of us coming in here and looking around. Oh, it was a lot of fun, a lot of memories. My granddad bringing us in here with my dad, and we'd catch turtles and frogs. And when we first got our BB guns, come back in here, take a shot at a tin can if there was one laying around. Take a shot at shooting at the tree trunks. Oh man, good stuff. A couple of game trails through here. There are quite a few coyotes and red foxes, deer of course, raccoons, groundhogs, just about everything you can think of that's native to North America, Northeast Iowa. Alright. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. And until next time, I will see you then. Bye-bye.